Hi beautiful people, I hope you're very fine, enjoying your life, and I welcome you on my YouTube channel. On this channel we just talk about France. I always encourage you to come to France because this is absolutely an amazing country. You can study here, you can work here, you can bring your family, you can have a peaceful and prosperous life. So you all have to come to France, and also you must learn French language because if you want to become a part of any country, you want to get the citizenship, so this language is required. So make sure that you learn this language also. And now today's topic is very important because I know that there's so many people who wants to come to France on a visitor visa, but they don't know the process, they don't know how to start the process, what documents are required, what are the steps they have to follow. So there is always a big confusion, but don't worry, in my video, in today's video, I will make sure that I will explain the entire process, so that in a nutshell you will be able to get your visa. So watch this video complete till the end, and that's how you can obtain your visa. And so now, without wasting further time, let's get started. So now I will explain you the France visitor visa process and everything I will tell you, so you have to pay attention. So first thing you have to know is that whenever you want to get this visa, France visitor visa, so what is the type of visa you have to apply and what is the duration? So it is always C type visa you have to apply, and the duration of your visa will be 90 days. That means 3 months time. So maximum duration is 3 months. And the C type visa category you always have to choose, because somebody is confused with C or D category, because D category is for longer visa, like longer time period you will have to stay in France. So for visitor visa you have to choose C type, so keep in mind. And now let me explain you the very important document which you always have to have in your visa file, and you make sure that you write everything correct about yourself. So this cover letter is basically, it's all about your life. Like you have to explain who you are and what purpose you have to come to France, and to whom you are going to visit, and how many days you will stay there, and where you will go exactly. So you will have to explain everything, so that visa officer can understand, okay, this person you are going to meet in France, and you will bear your own expenses, or that person who will be in France, that person will bear your expenses. So you will have to write everything in a cover letter, so that's how visa officer can understand about your story. So this is very important. So write convincing story, so that visa officer can buy your intentions. That means he can trust your intentions. So keep in mind. And now let me share with you next very important document, and that is called travel itinerary. Travel itinerary is basically a document where you explain your day-to-day activity to visit France. Like for example, if you're going to France to visit someone, so you need to write everything, like when your flight will land, so where you will go exactly, your friend will come in his or her car, or you will stay to his place, or maybe you will go to hotel or restaurant or hostel, anywhere. So in this way you will have to explain, and which day you will be coming back. If you will visit some places, so you will have to write down which place you will visit and approximately at what time. And if you take the next bus or train, you will have to write the name of the bus, train, and the duration. So you will have to write everything. So on the basis of this itinerary, a visa officer can figure out, okay, you are coming to France and you know exactly and everything what you're gonna do. So this is very important. So make sure that you write everything right perfectly, so that visa officer can happily give you visa. So keep in mind this very important document, travel itinerary. And now let me talk about the very important condition which you have to meet, and that is the money part. That means bank fund. So you must have enough bank fund to make sure that you can bear all your expenses whenever you are coming to visit someone in France. But in this case, for example, if your friend or somebody who is to whom you are going to meet in France, if that person will not bear your expenses, so you are the sole responsible for your own trip. So that means you need to have money for your accommodation, for your food, for your transport, for visiting some places, for shopping, for a lot of things, and also your return flight ticket. So in this case you must have at least minimum, you must have 2 lakh rupees amount. But in case the person you are going to meet in France, that person will say, okay, you are coming to France and I will take care of your all expenses, your living expenses, your food expenses, your travel expenses. In that case, you need to have only less money. Maybe you can show 50,000 rupees if that person will sponsor your trip. So these are the two things which you have to differentiate. If you want to sponsor your own trip, then you must have money. But if somebody you're going to meet in France, if that person will bear your expenses, so that means he will sponsor you and he will show his bank statement. So that's how you can convince the visa officer that money will not be a problem whenever you want to visit France. So keep in mind. And now let me explain you the next important document, which is health insurance. Health insurance is paramount, whether you are a French citizen, whether you are a foreigner, because whenever you want to apply this visa, you need to make sure that you also have the health insurance, travel health insurance during the time period of your journey. Like if you want to stay there for 10 days, 15 days, so you make sure that you buy the health insurance, so that whenever you land in France, so if something goes wrong, something happens with you and you need to check with the doctor, so there you will have to spend money. So you make sure that you have the health insurance so that you will not be having any problem. So this is also very important document. So make sure that you buy the health insurance. So keep in mind. And now let me talk about the last but not the least important point which you have to keep in mind, and everybody wants to know the visa processing time. So I will make it very simple for you to understand. If you want to apply this visa, so as per French embassy rule, you need to wait for 15 days. 15 days is a processing time, and excluding the Saturday, Sunday, because they don't work on these 2 days. So 15 days entirely precisely working days they count. So 15 days is a time. So whenever you apply this visa, so be peaceful and just wait for the 15 days and you will get the result, whether you will get the visa or not. So depend upon your file. So 15 days is a processing time. So again, keep in mind. So I do hope that I have explained you everything, and I hope you have understood everything. So now it's a piece of cake for you. Now you can apply, you can follow my advice, you can follow the whole process which I just explained you. If you do everything right, then of course there will not be any problem. You can easily get the visitor visa and you can visit the person you are going to see in France. So just do everything right, and I hope you get the visa. So thank you so much for watching this video. Best of luck and take care always.